What's up, guys? My name's iirix, and today I'm going to show you a Sliver EDH deck. This one is one that I know my best friend will highly enjoy because he's always been a big fan of the slivers. And if you guys have seen my, I think I labeled it casual 60-card sliver deck. He's actually the reason I have that deck as well. He's always just been a huge fan of slivers. I don't know why. Probably because they have that team like, hey, this sliver is now flying, so they're all flying. I think that might be why he likes them so much. But this is a Sliver EDH deck, so it's a little bit. This is something I enjoy a little bit more because that means only one per deck, and that makes it a little bit harder to have a good sliver deck because obviously, if you want them all to have flying, you'd want 4 winged sliver or multiple copies, but you can't do that in EDH. So here's my Sliver Hivelord deck. When I play with friends, though, because the indestructible can be such a pain in the ass, I will swap it usually to Sliver Legion or Sliver Overlord. So you don't need the Hivelord. I leave Hivelord as the main general, but there are 3 options as far as who could run the deck. We'll take a look at each one. I got a Hivelord, white, blue, black, red, green for a 5/5. Sliver creatures you control have indestructible. Then we also have Sliver Legion, white, blue, black, red, green, 7/7. All Sliver creatures get +1/+1 for each other Sliver in play. Coat of Arms effect. Coat of Arms on a Sliver. And then the one I play most often because of tutors, and I just like to be an ass about it, depending on who I'm playing against. White, blue, black, red, green. For 7/7, you pay 3, search your library for a Sliver card, reveal it and put it in your hand, shuffle your deck, or 3, gain control of target Sliver. Usually, if I'm playing against somebody who won't stop running his mouth thinking he's got the best deck ever, I'll put Hivelord in as a general, get him out as quick as possible, and tutor out, did I say Hivelord? Overlord, tutor out Hivelord, and it's a hilarious mix. But any one of those 3 can be the general. Let's move that less glare. I prefer putting in Overlord for competitive battles. Legion seems super powerful, super aggro. Hivelord is just more walling up, and that's a slower way to play. That's the way I usually go. So let's take a look at it. I got it sorted out: white, blue, black, red, green, and then multicolor and artifact like usual. Get right into it. We got a Talon Sliver. I will be saying the name of the sliver, also what it provides for the other slivers. So Talon Sliver, first strike. Sinew Sliver, +1/+1. Sentinel Sliver, vigilance. Steel Form Sliver, +0/+1. Bone Scythe Sliver. I'm probably not going to say sliver at the end, so Bone Scythe, double strike. Essence, lifelink. Pulmonic, flying, and if it would be put in your graveyard, let's see. Yeah, from anywhere. If this creature would be put into a graveyard, you may put it on top of its owner's library instead. So, not just from play. That's interesting. Ward, choose a color, protection from that color. Constricting, Oblivion Ring, basically. When it comes into play, exile a creature, and it stays exiled until... Exile a creature opponent controls until that sliver leaves the battlefield. Then we got Gale Rider, gives them flying. Winged, gives them flying. Diffusion, when a sliver becomes a target, counter it unless the spell or ability's control pays 2. Psionic, tap 2 to a creature or player, Psionic, all slivers have tap. This creature deals 2 damage to target creature or player and 3 to itself. Okay, so I was saying it right. Synchronous, all slivers have vigilance. Synapse, whenever a sliver deals combat damage to a player, its controller may draw a card. Frenzy Sliver. All slivers have Frenzy 1, and not a lot of people know Frenzy, so I'll read that one. Whenever a sliver attacks and isn't blocked, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Leeching Sliver. Sliver you control attacks. Defending player loses 1 life. Crypt, tap, regenerate target sliver. Siphon, slivers have lifelink. Toxin, slivers have death touch. Striking, first strike. Blur, haste. Belligerent Sliver. What is now being called Menace. Creatures can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Sedge Sliver. Slivers have +1/+1. As long as you control Swamp and Black, regenerate this creature. Magma, tap, target sliver gets +X/+O, where X is the number of slivers in play. There's a lot of synergy with slivers. It's downright ridiculous. I got hair hanging out of the deck. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. It's annoying the crap out of me. Battle sliver, +2/+O. Predatory sliver, +1/+1. Muscle sliver, +1/+1. Quick sliver, they have flash. He has flash, and all slivers have flash. Venom, death touch. Reflex, haste. Fungus, whenever this creature is dealt damage, put a +1 counter on it. The damage is dealt before the counter goes on. They had to put that on there. I feel it's very necessary to have that on there. Root sliver, cannot be countered. Slivers can't be countered. Might, +2/+2. Brood, whenever sliver deals combat damage to player, its controller may put a 1/1 colorless sliver token into play. Megantic, +3/+3. Ground Shaker, gives them all trample. Crystalline, slivers cannot be target of spells or abilities. Shroud. This was like $1. I got a play set for like a couple bucks. Now they're like 10, 12, maybe 15 each. It's ridiculously good. Darkheart, slivers have sack, gain 3 life. Harmonic, when this creature, all slivers have when it comes into play, destroy an artifact or enchantment. Necrotic, 3, sack this creature, destroy a permanent. I believe that's it on the slivers, so I'm going to stop explaining what they all do and just go through like normal. Hull Breach, a Boros Charm, Semic Charm, Terminate, Golgari Charm, Rakdos Charm. Seeing as how I'm 5 color, I really want to make the most out of the opportunity to play all the charms that I could. So there's half the deck. We got Esper Charm, Trevis Charm, Bant Charm, Sultai Charm, Abzan Charm, Unmake, Putrefy, Mortify, Wrecking Ball, and then we got the lands. There are 0 basic lands, and the land base is actually kind of budget. I'm kind of proud of that. I'm a big fan of that. I think I did something really cool here by having all these in here, and it works. It's not like it, sometimes it clunks around until maybe you get lucky. No, it works. The draws are almost always good for a land. So what I have here is I have all 10 of the guild gates. All 10 guild gates. I know you can't really see them. I'm kind of making the most of the room I got here, but I got all 10 guild gates. All right. So there's that. Who'd have thought Sliver deck would be so messy to show everybody? Then we got the 10 cons lands, right? All 10 cons lands. And then we have the 5 tri-lands out of Alara, right? The guild gates and cons lands. The cons lands are super common since, cons is legal right now, and it was drafted like crazy, I'm sure. And then the guild gates aren't too hard to get either. Those are a little more expensive, but still easy to get. These tri-lands, I believe, are $1 a piece, about $1, $1.50, depending on the color combo. I got the cons, one of each cons tri-land in here as well. These are all $1. Depending on where you go, 50 cents is rare. I've seen a lot of them 75 cents to $1 each, depending on the color combo again. But since they're cons, they're easier to find than the Shards of Alara ones. And then we got the ones that provide 5 colors. You got Rupture Spire, Transguild Promenade, it's pretty much the same thing as Rupture Spire, different name. City of Brass, Sliver Hive, Command Tower. Those provide all 5 colors. I don't know why I put Command Tower there. It should go there. This one hurts you. But these give you the colors you want. The City of Brass hurts you. These 2 require an additional cost when you play it or sacrifice it. Then we got artifacts. The first 3 are all about providing more mana. Because it is a 5-color deck, you want it to flow easily so you can get your general out quicker. Usually, depending on the one you're playing, or just whatever you happen to draw. Coat of Arms, just because, it's a Sliver Tribal. It just feels like it needs to be in there. Then we got a Shimmering Grotto to, mana fix more. And Opal Palace for more mana fixing, mostly just for the general, though, because, I think that's the only one you can use it on. Let's see. 1, tap this, add your mana pool, 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. Spend this mana to cast your commander. It enters the battlefield with a number of +1 counters on it equal to the number of times it's been cast from the command zone this game. Okay, so you can use it to get Shimmering. It's a Shimmering Grotto effect. You can't get any color out of it, but you get an added bonus if you use it for your commander. But it is not restricted solely to being used on the commander. So, I've never been sure of that because I've never really played Opal Palace. I'm not too big a fan of it, to be honest with you. I just put it in my decks, and then, you know, by the time I get it, I usually don't need it. I've never drawn it early in the game. So, but yeah, there's the actual ruling and what it says on the card. So, there's my Sliver EDH deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you saw this, Levi. I hope you enjoyed it the most because I know you've always been a fan of Slivers, and I know you stopped playing Magic right before I discovered EDH, so you never got a chance to play. But there's a Sliver EDH deck. Hope you guys all like it. Check out some of my other decks. I got quite a few. I mean, let's take a trip here. I mean, those are all decks right there, all those boxes. So there's 19 more over there. Here's my 20th. I got a box with 5 or so. I got a box with another 5 that are half decks. I love EDH, so check out some of my other videos I've made about EDH. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.